Tesla once owned 51% of the US electric car market. Now it's fallen to just 44% in a matter of months, even as EV sales soar and rivals gain ground. How did the company that created the EV revolution become its own victim? Here's how Tesla dominated the EV market, but also how that dominance is now slipping away. The stunning part? It all began with a founder who wasn't a founder, a risky $100,000 sports car, and a secret war that changed the industry. The real story isn't just about Tesla's rise, it's about how quickly it could all vanish and what no one saw coming. In the first half of 2025, Tesla's grip on the electric vehicle market slipped fast. Just months ago, they controlled more than half of all electric vehicle sales in the United States. By July, that share had dropped to 43.4%. While Tesla was losing ground, the rest of the market was surging ahead. Total electric vehicle sales climbed nearly 18% year over year, hitting record highs with every new quarter. The numbers don't lie. Tesla's dominance isn't just fading, it's being devoured by the very revolution it started. Every headline points to the same question. How does the company that turned electric cars from a punchline into a global standard suddenly find itself outpaced by rivals it once dismissed? The shock isn't just in the numbers, but in the speed of the collapse. In less than a year, Tesla lost a chunk of its lead that took years to build. Competitors, many of them late to the electric vehicle party, are now picking up Tesla's former customers with fresh models, cheaper prices, and aggressive incentives. Tesla's fall isn't happening in a vacuum. The entire auto industry is shifting under its feet. Legacy automakers, startups, and Chinese giants are flooding the market with new electric vehicles, each one chipping away at Tesla's share. The company that once set the pace now finds itself chasing the pack. The road ahead is anything but certain, and the urgency couldn't be higher. Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning filed Tesla's incorporation papers in July 2003, driven by frustration with General Motors' scrapped EV1 and inspired by the wild promise of the AC propulsion T0. Their goal was audacious: build a high-performance electric sports car that could outperform gasoline rivals and shatter the image of electric vehicles as slow, boring science projects. Eberhard handled the technical vision, while Tarpenning focused on electronics and early business plans. Ian Wright joined as the third employee, and by early 2004, they were desperate for capital. That's when Elon Musk stepped in, leading the Series A round with $6.5 million, nearly all of the startup's first big investment. Musk became chairman of the board, pushing for bigger ambitions and a flashier public profile. The Roadster, priced north of $100,000, was more than a car. It was a gamble. Most startups tried to launch cheap commuter electric vehicles and flamed out. Tesla's founders bet that a six-figure sports car would draw headlines, attract wealthy early adopters, and fund the next round of innovation. The plan worked. The first Roadster prototype unveiled in 2006 stunned Silicon Valley and turned Tesla into a magnet for investors. But the boardroom was already fracturing. Eberhard was pushed out as CEO in 2007, replaced by a string of outsiders before Musk took the reins in 2008. Legal battles followed. In 2009, a lawsuit settlement allowed 5 people, Eberhard, Tarpenning, Wright, Musk, and J.B. Straubel, to all claim the title of co-founder. Officially, Musk's name joined the founding story, but the original vision and the risky Roadster strategy had already set Tesla's trajectory. That willingness to defy conventional wisdom would become the company's signature and its most dangerous habit. Tesla didn't just build cars, they built the roads those cars could travel. While other automakers obsessed over horsepower and range, Tesla poured billions into something far less glamorous: charging stations. By 2025, Tesla operated more than 74,000 supercharger connectors across 54 countries. That's not just a number. It's an entire ecosystem designed from the ground up to make owning a Tesla feel effortless and to make rivals sweat every time their drivers searched for a place to plug in. The scale of this investment is staggering. Industry estimates put the total capital cost of the supercharger network at over $3.1 billion, a figure that dwarfs the early infrastructure spending of every competing automaker combined. Each supercharger site required months of negotiation with utilities, local governments, and property owners. Teams battled red tape, grid limitations, and construction delays, sometimes even building in remote stretches of highway where land was cheap, just to guarantee coast-to-coast coverage before anyone else could catch up. For years, this network gave Tesla owners a unique advantage. Plug in, walk away, and the car handled the rest. No apps, no credit cards, no guessing if the charger would work. The experience locked buyers in, creating a sense of loyalty that no rebate or ad campaign could match. Competitors scrambled to form alliances, but their patchwork networks lagged behind in reliability and speed. Surveys consistently showed Tesla's charging satisfaction rates topping 90%, while other networks struggled to break 60%. This wasn't just convenience, it was a moat, a defensive wall built out of copper wire and software code. As the network grew, so did Tesla's grip on the market. The more superchargers they built, the harder it became for any rival to offer a comparable experience without spending billions themselves. For a decade, this quiet infrastructure war kept Tesla ahead, even as new competitors rolled out cheaper or flashier cars. But as the industry shifts and rivals gain access to these same chargers, the very thing that once locked customers in could become the lever that pries them loose. The Model 3 was supposed to be Tesla's ticket to the mainstream, a $35,000 electric car for the masses, unveiled in March 2016, with a promise that electrification wasn't just for the elite. But that promise nearly broke the company. Inside Tesla's Fremont factory, engineers and line workers faced a nightmare they would later call production hell. The target was clear: 5,000 cars per week, or risk bankruptcy. The reality was missed deadlines, robots that broke down, and a backlog of orders that stretched for months. Elon Musk, sleeping on a couch in the corner of the factory, pushed his team harder than ever. Some quit. Others worked 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, just to keep the lines moving. When the automated lines failed to deliver, Tesla did something no major automaker had tried in decades. They built an entire assembly line in a tent. In June 2018, the company erected GA4, a massive outdoor structure on the factory grounds. It wasn't pretty. Workers braved the California summer under canvas and steel, assembling Model 3s by hand while forklifts rattled across the dirt floor. Health and safety rules were stretched thin, but the gamble paid off. By the end of June, Tesla hit its goal: 5,031 Model 3s in a single week. The tent stayed up for years, a symbol of both desperation and ingenuity. The toll was real. Engineers burned out, quality control flagged, and the media circled, waiting for the collapse. But the Model 3 survived the chaos. Deliveries ramped up, and by 2020, it was the world's best-selling electric vehicle. Legacy automakers, GM, Volkswagen, Ford, scrambled to catch up, launching their own affordable EVs in response. The Model 3 didn't just prove Tesla could build at scale, it forced the industry to take electric cars seriously. For Tesla, the risk nearly cost everything. The reward was a spot at the center of the global car market. In 2024, the Tesla Model Y did something no electric car had ever done before. It outsold every other vehicle in America. Not just every electric vehicle, but every car, truck, and SUV on the market. With an estimated 230,000 units delivered that year, the Model Y topped the charts, leaving longtime leaders like the Toyota Corolla and Ford F-150 trailing behind. For a moment, Tesla didn't just dominate the electric segment, it set the pace for the entire auto industry. Industry analysts compared the Model Y's rise to the iPhone's impact on smartphones, a product that didn't just lead its category, but redefined what buyers expected from an entire market. Families traded in minivans, commuters skipped hybrids, and even die-hard pickup fans took notice as the Model Y's sales numbers kept climbing. Dealerships in cities and suburbs saw wait lists that stretched for months. Social feeds filled with delivery day photos, and the Model Y badge became a symbol of status and tech-forward living. This wasn't just a win for Tesla. It was a stamp of approval from American drivers who voted with their wallets and showed that an electric crossover could be the new default. For a company built on risk, the Model Y's success was proof that the gamble had paid off, at least for now. Lines wrapped around Tesla showrooms in cities from Austin to Amsterdam. Reservation lists stretched into the thousands, with some buyers waiting months just for a test drive. Every new Model Y delivery sparked a flood of posts on social media. Owners filmed themselves peeling off the protective wrap, kids climbed into the back seats, and hashtags like #TeslaLife and #EVRevolution trended for days at a time. The company's brand became shorthand for the future, a badge for early adopters and tech fans eager to show they were ahead of the curve. Mainstream news outlets ran nightly features on Tesla's rise, treating each quarterly sales report like an Apple keynote. Talk shows debated whether the company's direct-to-consumer model would kill the dealership forever. Car magazines that once dismissed electric vehicles now ran glossy spreads on Tesla's minimalist interiors and autopilot features. Even late-night comedians joked about the wait lists and the cult-like devotion of Tesla fans. Inside the showrooms, staff fielded non-stop questions about charging, software updates, and rumored new features. Record numbers of visitors showed up just to sit in a Tesla, snap a photo, or ask when the next shipment would arrive. For a moment, buying a Tesla wasn't just about transportation, it was a statement. The company's momentum felt unstoppable, its image woven into the fabric of pop culture. The buzz in the air was impossible to ignore. Tesla's competitors aren't just catching up, they're sprinting past. In the first half of 2025, Tesla's US market share slid by 9 percentage points, landing at 43.4%. At the same time, the overall EV market grew by nearly 18%. The story isn't just about shrinking numbers, it's about who's taking that ground. General Motors launched the Equinox EV at a price nearly $7,000 lower than a comparable Model Y. For families and commuters weighing monthly payments, that gap isn't just a discount. It's a reason to walk away from Tesla entirely. GM's new EVs now fill suburban driveways across America, and their dealership networks, once seen as a dinosaur, are suddenly an advantage, offering test drives, trade-ins, and instant delivery that Tesla's direct model can't always match. On the global stage, the picture is even starker. BYD, a Chinese automaker dismissed by many as a regional player, now holds nearly 20% of the world's EV market. Tesla's share is just 7.5%. In the last quarter alone, BYD outsold Tesla by more than 200,000 units, proof that scale and speed can topple even the best-known brands. BYD's lineup isn't just cheaper, it's broader, with models for every budget and taste, from compact city cars to luxury sedans. Their vertical integration, building batteries, motors, and even raw materials in-house, lets them cut costs and weather supply chain storms that have tripped up rivals. Meanwhile, the much-hyped Cybertruck has landed with a thud. Only about 6,400 units sold in the first half of 2025, a fraction of what was forecast. Production delays, stainless steel tooling problems, and battery shortages all played a part. Early owners reported panel gaps, software bugs, and recalls. issues that would make headlines for any launch, but sting harder for a vehicle that was supposed to redefine the pickup market. Instead, Ford's F-150 Lightning and GM's Silverado EV are outselling Cybertruck by wide margins, even as both face their own growing pains. The numbers tell a simple story. While Tesla slashes prices and watches margins shrink, rivals are building momentum. The company that once dictated terms to the industry is now reacting to moves made by others. Every lost sale, every price cut, and every missed production target is a reminder that the EV market Tesla created is now being shaped by the competition. Inside Tesla's executive suites, a different kind of pressure was building. The company that once thrived on relentless focus and daring bets found itself pulled in too many directions at once. Board minutes from 2023 and 2024 reveal a pattern. Discussions about refreshing the Model Y and Model 3 kept getting postponed. Instead, resources flowed toward projects that sounded like science fiction. Optimus, the humanoid robot, and the ever-elusive promise of full self-driving software. Financial analysts estimate that by 2025, as much as 40% of Tesla's research and development budget was being poured into robotics and autonomy, a sharp jump from just a few years earlier. The consequences played out in plain sight. The Model Y, now America's best-selling vehicle, was running on a design first delivered in early 2020. Plans for a major update, known internally as Juniper, were quietly delayed, with leaks pointing to engineering teams pulled away for Optimus and full self-driving priorities. The Model 3. Highland Refresh, launched overseas in late 2023, didn't reach US buyers until well into 2025. Even the long-promised next-generation Roadster slipped further down the calendar, as executives admitted that core vehicle updates were no longer the top priority. Not everyone inside Tesla agreed with this direction. Former senior leaders, including some who had helped guide the company through its toughest years, warned that chasing moonshots could leave Tesla's core business exposed. Walter Isaacson's biography of Musk recounts heated debates among board members, with some urging a return to basics: better cars, faster updates, and renewed attention to what had built Tesla's reputation in the first place. Others, loyal to Musk's vision, argued that betting big on robotics and AI was the only way to stay ahead of the pack. Meanwhile, Elon Musk split his time between Tesla, SpaceX, and other ventures. Critics inside and outside the company questioned whether the automaker's most important decisions were getting the attention they deserved. As rivals rolled out fresh models and bold incentives, Tesla's lineup began to look dated. The company's refusal to refresh its bestsellers wasn't just a missed opportunity, it was a warning sign. In the race Tesla started, standing still is the fastest way to lose. In 2025, Tesla's US market share dropped from 51% to just over 43%, even as electric vehicle sales across the country hit record highs. The documentary has shown how Tesla's early playbook, launching with a $100,000 Roadster, building the world's largest charging network, and delivering the Model 3 as the first mass-market electric vehicle bestseller, redefined the auto industry. But while competitors like BYD and GM undercut Tesla on price and innovation, Tesla's core models went years without major updates, and billions were shifted to robotics and software projects. What remains unclear is whether Tesla's leadership will refocus on vehicles or double down on side bets. The evidence is clear. Tesla created the modern electric vehicle market, but its future now depends on restoring the relentless drive that once set it apart. In an industry where change is constant, dominance is never permanent.